Hey guys, so a few people had asked me about the hitting cage that I built for the house. I thought I'd actually go ahead and do a proper video showing you guys how I built it. This time I've actually gone and used 25mm pipe. On the last video, on the last time I built it, we used 15mm pipe, which is obviously a lot thinner. This time we're going for something that's a little bit sturdier. But I actually wanted to show you guys two basic ways. One is the cage, but I was actually looking online the other day, and a couple of friends had posted up a really great, very basic, easy to build, easy to use hitting station for at home. So Chris Crooks and Ryan Moke both have built these using the exact same pipe, and again, it's just so easy to do, guys, that you'd be crazy not to at least consider building something. So to build the one that they built, which is like what we call like a T-frame almost, really simply, you just need to grab yourself the 1 meter pipes. These are 25mm. You'll want two 90-degree L brackets. You'll need 5 of these T-bars, and you will want 2, 4, 6, 8, but 10 of the 1 meter 25mm pipes. You also need to grab yourself a shade cloth, but really simply, guys, these can be put together quite easily. If you want to add some glue, definitely do. I have a little bit of glue to this part here and just to the ends here. You're just going to need to take 2 of the pipes, put them into the T-bar. This is going to form the base. So I'm just going to put this together for you. So I've sort of built this one a bit early, but I will show you guys how I'm going to build the cage. So Luke's just going to hold that for me. So we've got our 2 T-bars here. And really simply, guys, just going to slide onto the top of the frame there. Pull that out. That's it, Luke. And guys, there you have it. So what I've done is I've taken the shade cloth that I purchased, like $30 from Bunnings, and I've cut it to size. I've then taken a piece of material about that, I've rolled it over, and I've put cable ties through, so I can actually just slide straight over the top here the hitting net. So really simple, really easy to put together and disassemble. Yes, it is quite large, but this will actually be my portable one that I'll be using at the golf club for when we want to do lessons using the driver throughout the day. We can set up the quad and we can hit golf balls into the net that will be hanging from here, and then we're not restricted to only being able to do late evening lessons. But I'm going to show you guys how I build the cage. So you'll see here a couple extra parts. If I just have a quick look at the video that's coming over, the overlay here. See that we've got a 3-way joint, which is going to make the cage look a lot tidier up into the corners and be a lot easier to get the netting around. I've got 6 of those. I've got 10 of the T-joints, because I'm actually going to be running a bar across the middle, and that's where the net will, the hitting net will actually hang down off of that. And again, we've just got 2 90 degrees, so these will form the very front of the hitting net, and that's what it'll be based off of. A couple of bags of cable ties, because I'm not too sure how many cable ties will go through putting the net actually on. And I say, yeah, 20 pipes, so there'll be 18 for the actual construction. There's just 2 that are going to go across just like this in the middle of the net, and they are going to be where we're going to hang the actual hitting net down from. You'll also notice I do have some electrical tape. And guys, this is only if you intend to dismantle it and move it around. It can be an idea just to put some colour tape on the parts that are actually going to be joined together, so that you can have, again, quick and easy assembly. So we're going to dismantle this one here, and we are going to start building. And I'm going to video the whole process. It will go through a bit quicker, but I will talk through any sort of key process parts that you might need to get one of these up and running. Okay, so for the top part where we're actually going to hang the shade cloth down from, You'll notice I've actually cut a piece of the piping away, and the reason being, guys, is obviously when I add the extra T-bar, there's a little bit of extra space there, so the cage wouldn't fit quite squarely. So it's important to ensure that you cut away just enough where the bars would meet on the inside of the T-bar, in order to make sure it fits nice and cleanly inside the cage. I'd probably suggest that we might leave that till last, because I'm probably going to run the shade cloth through there. So we might just put the netting up to begin with, and then this will sit underneath the net. The reason being, guys, is that if you do find that you wear out the shade cloth, you're going to want ease of access to be able to pull this apart to then replace the shade cloth with a newer version that the golf ball obviously isn't going through. So okay, so I've time-lapsed you guys through the whole netting phase. Can be a little bit fiddly, but this time round, ignore all the cable ties, we've still got a little bit of tidying up to do, but I've actually managed to use less net, so that was pleasing. Any excess that you do have, guys, you can actually hang and use for, again, just a little bit extra to take some of the heat off the golf ball as it hits into the shade cloth there. But yeah, so we've got the basic structure up and done. We've got to add a few more cable ties up the front here to tidy it up, then we'll go around and we'll just cut off all of the excess pieces. And then yeah, we'll get in and I'll show you guys what we're going to do with that central bar there. So this next part's probably the most important part, and that is to ensure that the area that you're going to be hitting the golf ball into is secure and solid, and you're not going to have any golf balls flying through and heading into your neighbour's yard. So as I said, guys, I've used some shade cloth. I'm going to go and grab that now and show you what we've used, and I'll talk you through sizes and so forth. Okay, so guys, I've grabbed some heavy duty shade cloth from Bunnings. Depends on where you go, which store, their prices do vary. Paid $30 for this, for the one that was on the smaller frame last week, and this morning for the T-frame one, I think I paid $40. So what you're going to do is going to cut it to size. By the time you add on the little T-bars here, you've got 1 metre, 1 metre, you've got about 2.2 metres across. So I grabbed a 4x4. I've then gone 2.2, cut it down the middle, or you can cut it to one side. It's going to leave some excess, guys. The excess is important. And the simple reason being is that you can, again, double up on the hitting space, on the hitting area the golf ball is going to predominantly hit, so that you don't get too much damage. The other reason why it comes in handy is that we've got a bit of extra strip here, and we're just going to attach it to the bottom here, and it provides, again, just a little bit extra for any of those golf balls that come out a little bit low and a little bit hot. This will stop them from flying through the net, so we're just going to attach that now. As you see there, guys, just a little bit of extra reinforcement at the bottom for the slightly lower shafts. Just made a hole wide enough and just basically tacked on with some cable ties the loop that I can now slide the bar through to then attach to the actual cage itself. And again, the bar across the middle here basically means that I'm able to replace the net any time that we maybe hit it, and any holes that might get in there. So the final part to this today is that we do have some extra cut off here, and I'm thinking probably I'm just going to tack it onto here, which is the sort of spot where I may be hitting a few shots, especially when you're looking at your drivers and stuff like that. Just something a little bit extra to, again, just add to the protection of the net itself. But guys, there you have it. It's actually pretty simple. I mean, the time lapse to take that away, it's probably taken us about an hour to put the whole thing together from scratch. So cost for this particular project, we're probably about $180, which is not cheap. But what we do have is a full-size hitting cage for Luke and myself to use, and the ability to move it around. It is portable, so with that's put together, we're able to get to either end, and we can move this around. So if you have a space at home that you'd like to use, but you don't want to, maybe have your grass get too killed off in certain areas, you can move these things around. So yeah, a little bit more expensive than buying those cheap ones online, but the satisfaction is something you built yourself. knock it up in under an hour, and all for about $180. So we'll put these final parts on, then we're going to test it for you guys, and yeah, make sure that it does work. So it seems to be holding up pretty good, guys. Over the next couple of days we'll make this a permanent feature, so just to add some additional support I will use some star pickets and yeah, just get it bedded in a little bit cleaner so that the wind doesn't affect it too much. But guys, there you have how we made our homemade hitting bay with parts we found at Bunnings and at the golf course.
If you enjoyed, please subscribe.